Hi, I'm the pastor Jeff Childs, retired elder of the United Methodist Church. As I thank you for joining me here on this website and watching this video to introduce myself to you. Also, talk a little bit about the website and the things that you might find here. But first, let me tell you, I was born and raised in northwestern Pennsylvania, graduated from Penn State University, and after graduation, moved to Pittsburgh and worked for a little time, and then joined the Army. And after my 4 years of service in California and in Germany, came back to Minnesota and there went to seminary on the GI Bill, was ordained, began serving churches back in 1983. It's been a blessing for me for 19 years to serve several churches in the Minnesota Annual Conference and to then move to Upper New York, where I served for another 17 years at various congregations, retiring in 2019. And after serving a short stint as a missionary in Alaska, I was at a United Methodist camp, helping out as kind of the person that would greet and welcome those coming to the campsite, and a little bit of maintenance at the campus. There was always things to be worked on. But when summer ended and snow started to arrive, it was time for me to leave Alaska. And I found myself in Maryland, where I had a daughter living at the time. And I have begun then serving churches here in the Maryland, West Virginia area of the Baltimore, Washington Annual Conference for the last 5 years. Today, I wanted to just give you a little brief story about this website. It was a conception of something that I would like to do to share some of my information with people, really born out of something that happened when I retired after following John Wesley, the founder of Methodism, back for 40 years from my time in seminary, time through all of my service to the various churches. I thought maybe I would take some time to try to follow his younger brother, Charles. Charles Wesley was also ordained as a pastor, but Charles was a hymn writer and shared some beautiful hymns with the church. And I thought maybe I could share my gifts, love of music. I love to sing in church choirs and solos, but it was an opportunity for me to begin to write some words to become hymns. And so you will find access here on my website to my blog, which lists all of the, at this point, 1,700 hymns I have written so far over the last 6 years, with a goal of reaching 6,000 hymns, which is the number that Charles had written over his lifetime. I hope if I could write one a day, it would only take me 18 years. And so we will see what happens over the next decade or so as I continue to hear inspiration from scriptures, from conversations, from God, that would give me words that might help to share with a congregation, with a community, with any who would read them. And then most recently, here this year, I've begun the process of turning some of those hymns into some hymn books. And so I began with one that I had written back in 2022. I had written 150 hymns based on each of the 150 Psalms. And so that book has just been published and will be available for those of you who may want to order it once I can figure out how to add that onto my website. Otherwise, you can find it at Amazon.com. And then the last 2 years at the church I'm currently serving, there's been a preschool, and I've begun writing hymns for children to explain the children's stories that I've read from the Bible to them during their chapel times, using the stories and then tunes that they know, like nursery rhymes, like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, or She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain. There's a variety of songs that can be shared with children, and that book likewise will be published and available, and an access code given to you on this website. But if you would, I would encourage you to stay in touch and take a look and see what is currently going on. You'll find some videos of presentations that I've made, Bible studies that I have done. And so as you look through, I encourage you to reach out to me, send me an email, or let me know what you're finding, what you're looking for, and how I may be of service. God bless you. Thank you for finding my website. Thank you for watching this video. God bless.